What's going on? What's going on? Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. It's your boy Ryan Loede once again coming to you from the Cleveland, Ohio LC Financial Group office. My name is Ryan Loede, aka The Machine, owner of LC Financial Group, where we help everyday Americans create a multiple six-figure residual renewal income. Hey, we're hiring, we're growing, and we're expanding in all 50 states. So if you want to learn more about what partnering with us here at LC Financial Group would look like, DM me, comment below, or reach out to any of our partners here at LC Financial Group. Or hey, send an email to our careers team, careers@teamlcfg.com, careers@teamlcfg.com. Today, bringing to you guys once again another tip for insurance agents and agency owners. My intention of this video is to bring you a 5-step process of how to improve any area of your career as an insurance agent or agency owner. 5-step process on how to improve any area of your career as an insurance agent and agency owner. Hey, while you're watching this video, if you like what you're hearing, give me a thumbs up, give me a love, shoot me something in the comments. And also, hey, throughout this video, the best comment is going to receive some RL merch or some LC Financial Group merch. And also, hey, if you don't like this video, give it a thumbs down. Shoot me something in the comments how this video sucked, how it did not do you any service or any justice as well. So let's jump right into it. I'm going to be breaking down a 5-step process on how to improve any area of your career as an insurance agent and agency owner, right? Because there's always going to be things that we need to improve. There's always going to be adjustments, always going to be potential things that we need to pivot, and things that we can improve and things that we can ultimately strengthen, right? Because we all have weaknesses. I have weaknesses, you have weaknesses, and being able to be fully aware of those weaknesses is one of the most important key steps to actually improving those weaknesses or things that actually need to be improved on, right? No matter how great we think we are, no matter how professional we think we are, or how much we have something on lock, whether it's calling leads, whether it's following up with leads, whether it's building relationships with clients, increasing our income, hiring agents as an agency owner, training those agents as an agency owner, systems and processes and operations as an agency owner. No matter how well we think we have these things on lock, there's always another level. And you should always, I'm telling you, you should always be striving to continually get better, be striving to continually raise things to the next level. Do not ever think that you can't improve an area or a situation in your career as an insurance agent and agency owner. The moment that you stop thinking that you can improve is a moment that you are going to stop your progression in your career. So let's dive right into it. 5-step process to improving any area. 5-step process for improvement. We're gonna be using the blue for the LC Financial Group. So number one, as you are watching this video, before I go any further, as you are watching this video, I want you to determine and pick an area or a situation in your career that you might be struggling with, or an area or a situation in your career that you think you have unlocked, you think you're the best in, but hey, as I said, you can improve it and you can get a little bit better. Right? What we should be striving for on a daily basis is just getting better every single day, 1% better every single day. Don't get caught up in the results, right? Don't get caught up in the outcomes, right? We want to be result orientated. We want to be focused on the outcomes and making sure that we're increasing our income, increasing our revenue, closing deals. However, as long as we are getting better, 1% better every single day, we will achieve the success and achieve the goals and targets that we want to achieve, right? So just stay focused on 1% better every single day. Every day in every way, or getting better and better. Stay focused on getting better, stay focused on the progression, and also learn to love the delayed gratification. I talk about this all the time. Learn to love the delayed gratification. You're not gonna build, maybe you're an insurance agency owner, you're not gonna build a $1 million+ business or a $10 million+ business or a $100 million+ business just overnight. Like, it's gonna take years and years and years and years to do it. And as an insurance agent, hey, you're not gonna become the greatest insurance agent you could possibly be within just a snap of a fingers, whether it's a month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months. It's gonna take a year, it's gonna take 2 years, it's gonna take 3 years. So just focus on continually sharpening your saw, continually sharpening that axe, and just hitting the tree every single day. Just taking chunk after chunk out of the tree every single day. Because as long as you're getting better, that's what matters most. As long as you're continuing to become the best version of yourself, that's what matters most. But as you're following along, pick an area or pick a situation in your career right now that you can improve on, that you can get better with, and apply these 5 steps. Because I'm telling you, these 5 steps, they work. I've applied them. A lot of our partners here at LC Finance Group have done them as well. So apply these 5 steps. Let me know the results and the outcomes that you get. So number one, well, first you got to pick the area. You got to pick the situation that you're looking to improve, which I just told you all to do. So number one, you got to evaluate that current area. You have to evaluate and / become aware. What are we evaluating and what are we becoming aware of? Number one, it's the assets. And number 2, it's the liabilities. So let's say for example, you're looking to improve your phone skills, right? A lot of our partners here at LC Finance Group, we're all telesales. We're doing everything over the phone. We're conducting business over the phone. We're servicing and assisting Medicare beneficiaries over the phone. So let's say, for example, you're doing things over the phone as well and you want to improve your phone skills. Well, hey, evaluate and become aware of your current assets and your current liabilities with your phone skills. So, hey, you're talking over the phone. Maybe it's your communication skills. Maybe it's your ability to build rapport. Maybe it's your ability to have the right tonality, to emphasize the words. Maybe it's your ability to effectively ask questions and fact find and determine data and information of your client's current situation. Maybe it's your ability to close. Maybe it's your ability to present the service, to present the product that you're offering, right? Determine and evaluate and become aware of that current situation, whether it's, getting better on phone skills, whether it's getting better on, holding on to your money and building more discipline on holding on to your money, whether it's closing, whether it's fact finding, whatever it might be. Determine that area or situation. Maybe it's actually being disciplined in showing up to work every single day. Maybe it's being consistent with the amount of hours that you want to work every single day, right? Maybe you're an agency owner and you want to, become a better leader, right? Because, hey, as an agency owner, you got to be a leader, becoming a better executive, being able to put through positive orders and directions to your agents that are in your organization, right? Whatever it might be, evaluate and become aware. And what are we evaluating and becoming aware on? Like I said, number one, it's your assets. Number 2, it's your liabilities. So what are the assets that I currently have with selling over the phone? What are my assets that I currently have with being a leader or being an executive? What are my assets that I currently have with closing deals? What are my assets that I currently have with following up and building the long-term relationship with my clients, right? And then also determine, what are my liabilities? What are my liabilities with my phone skills? What are my liabilities with following up? What are my liabilities with building the long-term relationships with my clients, right? So number one of the 5-step process for improvement in any area of your career as an insurance agent and agency owner, the first step is to evaluate and become aware. You have to build that awareness. I was talking about it earlier. It's like, hey, if you're not aware that you can improve, you're not going to improve. One of the biggest steps to actually improving an area of your life is becoming aware, right? Becoming aware, because if you're just blinded and you're not aware of like, wow, I can improve that area, then you're not going to improve it. right? You have to be truthful with yourself that like, hey, I can improve and I can get better, right? So number one, evaluate and become aware. Write down a list of the assets that you have with that current area. What are you currently good at? And then also, what are your liabilities? What could you be better at? What do you might need to remove or cut out or give up with that current area or situation that you're looking to improve, right? And that was actually step number two. Step number two is removing and adding. So I talk about this all the time. If you want to get better, if you want to improve, or maybe, hey, say you want to change your life, you first need to remove and strip away the bad data, the bad information, and most importantly, you got to strip away and remove the liabilities. So that's the second step of the 5-step process for improvement. It stems down from step number one, which is evaluating, becoming aware. The second step is remove and then add. You need to remove whatever is, holding you back from being the best you possibly can be in that certain area or certain situation in your career. So you need to remove it. Maybe when you're talking over the phone and you're trying to improve your phone skills, maybe you don't have enough energy. So you got to remove the lethargicness, and you have to remove the lack of energy that you have. And then you have to add the good energy. You have to add the good enthusiasm. You have to add whether it's tonality or punctuality or emphasizing your words, right? So you have to remove the liabilities and you have to add more assets. You have to add the right things. Well, hey, maybe it's adding more sales training. Maybe it's adding more role playing, right? So whatever it might be, hey, you have to remove, and then you can add the good data, the good information, the good strategies, and the good tactics, and ultimately the good things that are going to help you improve, right? Without removing, you can't add. A lot of people just try to add and add and add when they're adding on the wrong soil, right? You have soil. Your soil is what you're trying to improve. Your soil is the current situation or the current area in your life, right? You're trying to you're trying to grow a tree, right? The tree is that area that you're trying to improve, right? And you're trying to grow a tree in bad soil. Well, hey, that bad soil, if you try to add on top of that bad soil, that tree's not going to grow as best as it possibly can. So you have to remove the bad soil, you have to remove the bad information, the bad data, the liabilities, and then you can add the good data, the good information. You can add more assets, and you can add more of the right things of what you need to do to improve that current area or situation in your career, right? So step number two, remove and add. Step number three is setting targets and goals. Like what is your target or goal for when you want to master or become a professional or improve a current area or situation in your career? Let's say you're trying to improve phone skills, right? We're talking about phone skills a lot. Let's try to say you're trying to improve your phone skills. Like, what is the target or what is the goal? Like, the goal is the long term. The goal is like, oh, by the end of the year, I'm gonna be an absolute master, an absolute professional at selling and servicing and assisting individuals over the phone. Now, what are those short-term targets that lead up to the goal, right? The targets are those short-term things, whether it's day-to-day targets, week-to-week targets, or monthly targets. The goal is a big long-term picture, a year, 2 years, 3 years, right? So set targets and goals. Like my goal, let's say, for example, we're talking about phone skills. My goal is to become an absolute master over the phone. I can sell, I can service, and I can assist anyone over the phone. I know all areas over the phone. I know how to effectively build rapport. I know how to effectively communicate. I know how to effectively greet. I know how to effectively fact find, ask the right questions, determine wants and needs. I know how to effectively present my proposal. I know how to effectively present options and show options. I know how to effectively show alternative options, and I know how to effectively close deals. Like, that's the long-term goal, right? That's the goal of where you want to be at the end of the year. Your targets are like, okay, on a day-to-day basis, I'm going to focus on this, and this. On a week-to-week basis, this is what I'm going to be moving towards. On a month-to-month basis, this is what I'm going to be moving towards, right? So set those goals, set the goal, and then set the targets day to day, week to week, and month to month of like, here's what I'm going to improve. Okay, maybe it's week 1 or month 1, you want to improve your ability to greet, right? Your ability to effectively greet the client over the phone, whether it's that first instant second that you're talking to the client over the phone. That's month 1. And then month 2, it's your ability to effectively ask questions and determine their current situation and determine their wants and their needs. Fact finding, right? And then month 3, month 4, month 5, month 6, etc., etc. On and on, right? So those are the targets. Like, you need to have targets of like, I'm going to improve this section or this sector of what I'm, that long term, that big term goal. I'm going to improve this current section or sector by month 1. I'm going to improve this next section by month 2. I'm going to improve this next section by month 3. And continually just slowly, incrementally improving it, right? Because hey, you're not going to improve it, like I said earlier, you're not going to improve an area of your life just with the snap of the fingers. It's not going to be overnight, and it's not going to come as easy as you might think it might come. So you got to stay focused on the long-term goals, stay focused on where you're going, and just stay focused, as I said earlier, on those foundational like datums that we are setting of like, hey, just 1% better in progressing every single day. So setting those targets and setting those goals. And then number 4, this is a very important one. So take note of this. And I hope you're taking notes throughout this entire training, because this is very valuable information that's going to help you improve any area of your career as an insurance agent and agency owner. Step number 4, you want to determine challenges and obstacles. So what does this mean? And why do we want to focus on challenges and obstacles? You might be asking me like, Ryan, why should I focus on challenges and obstacles? I just want to focus on the goals and the targets. I want to focus on what I want to improve. I want to focus on what it would look like once I do improve that area or situation in my career. Well, hey, if you don't know the challenges and the obstacles that might come up as you're moving towards those targets, as you're moving towards those goals, then you're not going to be aware, and you're not going to be able to handle the challenges and obstacles that might come up as effectively as you could if you did properly note down and notate the potential challenges and obstacles that you might run into. And you could use this with any goal or target that you're setting, and I highly recommend you do it. When you set goals and targets in your life, you want to know the challenges and obstacles that you might run into when you're moving towards those goals or targets in your life. Like what is a potential roadblock that I might run into? What are some potential blocks that I might run into, right? Being aware of what you might run into, what might cause you to stop, what might cause you to, get derailed from where you are currently going, right? What are some potential hazards that you might run into, right? Knowing and determining what those challenges and obstacles are going to allow you to effectively persist towards the targets and goals. It's going to allow you to effectively stay in the game instead of getting derailed. Because if you don't know what these potential challenges and obstacles might be or could be, then hey, when you get hit with those challenges and obstacles, you're going to get completely thrown off. And hey, it might be a massive challenge or obstacle, and you might not be able to snap back into it. But when you know what those challenges and obstacles are, you have knowledge and you have wisdom on what those challenges and obstacles are, then when and if they potentially come, hey, they're not guaranteed to come, but it's something that may come. When and if that challenge or obstacle does come and you know what they are going to be, or you have some type of idea, or you predict what it could possibly be, then you'll be able to stick in the game. You'll be able to be like, oh wow, like I knew this was gonna come. I had an idea. I had some type of predictability that this was going to come. And then you're just gonna be able to be like, that's nothing. Like I already prepared for this, right? It's preparing yourself for those potential challenges or obstacles, right? It's like it's like you're trying to plant a tree in the middle of the winter. Well, what are the challenges and obstacles you're going to have? Well, it's going to snow, it's going to be too cold for it to grow, whatever it might be, right? And it's going to be ultimately harder to grow that tree in the winter time. But if you know the challenges and obstacles that are going to come, you're not going to be as disappointed as you could be. And that's the whole spectrum and the whole realm of like determining your challenges and obstacles that you might run into when you're moving towards these targets and goals, when you're moving towards improving any area of your career as an insurance agent and agency owner. When you know those challenges and obstacles, you're not going to be as disappointed when you run into them. You're not going to be demotivated when you run into them. You're going to keep your inspiration, you're going to keep your motivation, you're going to maintain discipline, and you're going to maintain that consistency that you're going to need to have to move forward. Right? Always move forward, right? So step number 4, always determine your challenges and obstacles. And then number 5, this is another determining thing that you want to do. You want to determine the benefit, value, and basically you want to just determine the manifestation. You want to determine what it's going to look like. You want to envision yourself what it's going to look like when you finally master your ability to be a phone wizard, right? Your ability to be a phone genius, your ability to just be a master over the phones. You want to determine the benefit, the value, and you want to manifest what it's going to look like a year from now, right? That goal that you have, what is it going to look like? How is it going to benefit you? How is it going to value you? Right? Because you want to determine these benefits and the value. You want to manifest this because you want to build emotion with this improvement that you are trying to make. You want to build emotion because that emotion is also what's going to keep you in the game. That emotion and that emotional tie to the goal or the target is what's going to keep you rational. It's what's going to keep you emotionally flat as you potentially run into challenges and obstacles. When you know the benefit, when you know the value, and when you see it and you feel what it's going to be like, and you have this emotion tied to it, you're going to stick in there. You're going to continue to persist. You're going to be like, wow, like I don't even care what I'm going through. I know where I'm going. I know where I'm headed. I know the goal of why I'm trying to improve this area of my career. I'm just going to keep persisting. I'm going to keep moving forward because, man, it's going to be so good on the other side of anything that I'm running into. It's going to be so much better and it's so much more valuable than this little minuscule challenge or obstacle that I might be running into. So determining the benefit, the value, and honestly just manifesting, seeing it in your mind, even though it's not fully created yet, just picture. Do this imprinting process of like what it's going to look like on the other side of persisting for a year or 2 years to improve an area of your life. I'm telling you, if you take this 5-step process to improve any area or situation of your career as an insurance agent and agency owner, you're gonna see improvement be so much easier. A lot of people, they think, this term of improvement, a lot of people think that it's going to take 5, 10, 15 years, where if you do this 5-step process, it could be even as soon as 6 months. It could be a lot less than what you thought it could be. But if you don't utilize this 5-step process, it's going to take even longer to improve an area or situation in your career. It's going to take even longer to get to where you want to go. Right? And it's going to be a lot more difficult. You're going to run into even more challenges and obstacles than you thought could even come. And hey, you might not even stick in the game because you didn't evaluate, you didn't become aware, you didn't remove and you didn't add, you didn't set targets and goals, you didn't determine the challenges and obstacles, and you didn't determine the benefit value, and you didn't manifest it in your mind. Right? If you don't do any of this, that improvement process is going to be a lot more difficult than it should be, and you're not going to be as motivated and inspired, right? You got to dive deeper. I'm telling you, you have to dive deeper with everything that you are doing in life. You have to go 5, 10, 15 levels deep. Many people, they're only surface level. Many individuals, when it comes to improvement, they're very surface level. They're like, yeah, I'm just going to improve this area of my life. And that's it. They don't have clear-cut steps. They don't have a clear direction of like, okay, I got to do this, and this. They're just like, I'm going to improve this area of my life. I'm going to get better on the phones. And they just keep calling on the phones. They just keep calling on the phones. And they don't have targets. They don't have goals. They don't evaluate. They don't become aware. They don't determine challenges and obstacles. They don't determine the benefit or the value of wanting to become better on the phone. And simply, they don't become better on the phone. Bottom line. So get a few levels deeper. This is what we're doing right here. We're getting 5 levels deeper of trying to improve an area or situation in our career as an insurance agent and agency owner. So I hope this found you guys well. I hope this gave you guys some type of value or benefit, because that's all I'm trying to do here, bringing you guys tips for insurance agents and agency owners. My name is Ryan Loede, owner of LC Finance Group, where we help individuals create a multiple 6-figure renewal income. We're hiring, we're growing, we're expanding. We want to partner with you. We want to help you in your insurance career. So hey, if you want to learn more about what partnering with us here at LC Finance Group would look like, DM me, comment below, reach out to any of our partners here at LC Finance Group, or hey, send an email to our careers team, careers@teamlcfg.com, careers@teamlcfg.com. My name's Ryan Loede, aka The Machine. 5-step process for improving any area of your life in your career as an insurance agent and agency owner. You guys have a great rest of your day. I'll see you guys soon.